Hello guys and girls and everyone in between. Welcome back to the channel. It's been a while since the last video, but Christmas and New Year got in the way and then back to work stuff. So I've been kind of busy for the last month and a half. So I haven't really had the time I wanted to make a video. But here I am back at it. We are getting very close to 500 subscribers here on the channel. As of recording this video, we are only 4 subscribers away from the 500. So if you're not already subscribed and you like these videos I've been doing, make sure to click the subscribe button so we can get to the 500 subscribers. When we hit the 500, as mentioned in my earlier videos, we are doing a little giveaway of something that I haven't revealed yet fully. So make sure you are subscribed for when that happens. But yeah, today we're breaking down a Lofi track I've made for an upcoming project. So let's get into the project and see what's going on. Let's go! So here we are in the project. There's a lot of different stuff going on, as you can see in the instrument. There's the green stuff and then not a lot in the drums actually. But let's just take it from top and see what we have going on. First, let's take a listen to how the song sounds. We'll take a listen to the last bit of the song where everything is playing together. So yeah, that's how it sounds when everything is playing together. Let's listen from the top and take a look at the different elements in the track. First off, we have this synth arpeggiator. Starting off the track, playing some chords. We're playing an F at 9 major kind of thing to a B flat major. And then here we're going to a D and to a C and to a B flat, sorry. As you can see, there's a lot of stuff going on in the sound here. First off, we have an echo, just doing some delay stuff. And then the main part of the sound, you can hear the sparkle stuff, is a crystallizer. I've put on a parallel chain here, just doing some octave crystal delay stuff at fully wet so we can blend it into the original sound. And then we have some Valhalla vintage reverb, doing some reverb at the end of the chain, and then an EQ cutting out some of the low rumble at the end. Then in the intro we also have a piano playing. And this is an Spitfire audio plugin called Felt Piano, very nice piano. I've gotten recently, only $30, so it's not too expensive. On that we have a reverb, Valhalla vintage reverb as always. And at the end of the chain, an EQ just taking out everything below 80 Hertz because we don't need it. And the piano is just playing the chords, very simple, just the root, the fifth and the third. Then in the intro we also introduce this little guy. Pling pling, which is just a sound from Spitfire Audio again. It's a lap steel plug with an echo on it, a Valhalla vintage reverb. Very wet and a very long decay on it, and then again an EQ taking out some of the low rumble on it. We also, under all of this, have this texture thing, which is just very much tucked in the background, just filling out some of the space. It's from a pack from a guy called Demo Tapes. I don't remember the name of the pack, or if you can even get it anymore, but it's a texture sound he made. I just put some plugins on it. Sounds like this. Very cool, very texture sound. And then we have an EQ on it. Some ping pong delay. Then we also have a fully wet Valhalla vintage verb. And an EQ just taking out some of the rumble at the low end. The last thing we introduce here in the intro of the song is this guitar line. Which is just playing a little melody. playing some of the chord tones. Then we have this rise of triplets I don't know what it's called actually in the right terms. Going into the first note. The sound I've used is from Spitfire Audio Labs, so it's free. It's from the pack Moon guitar, and it's the first one that pops up. Very nice sounding guitar. I could see it used for, I don't do that particular style of lo-fi, but for some Asian-inspired anime stuff, this could be really cool, I think. On it, we have an echo, and then we have, of course, a Valhalla Vintage Verb, and a utility plugin in there to do some automation on the gain. So, then we go into the drop, and we add a couple different more stuff to the harmonic layers. First off, we have a pad that sounds like this. Simple sine wave with some reverb on it. And then at the end we have this harsh effect rack I've gotten on the internet somewhere. You can probably Google it. What it does is it splits the signal into two and then pans it right and left and then delays one of them, so you get this very wide sound. So this is without it. It says right in the middle, and then we push it out to the side with the harsh effect. This just makes sure that there are room in the middle for the bass and the kick, so we don't muddy up that section of the sound. Then we also add this little plug, which is again operator, another sine wave, but this time the attack is a little shorter, so you get that plug sound. Very nice. Then we also get this guy, which is the Moon guitar again, I think. Yes, it's the Moon guitar again, but this is the ensemble sound from the pack. Just playing the same stuff as the operator sine wave from the beginning, just layering it with that. Then we also add this acoustic guitar guy. A lot of noise on it. I think it sounds very nice. A lot of dirt on it. It's very gritty. The guitar I've used is this pretty guy. It's a pretty old guitar I've gotten recently. I think it's from 1864. No, 1964. It's a Hofner acoustic guitar. And I've recorded it on this microphone, which is a... I can't really remember what it's called. I'll pop it up on the screen with some big text so you don't miss it. I've recorded it on this microphone, and at the same time I've recorded it on this Tascam field recorder just to get a full sound of the guitar. And then I've recorded it 2 times on each microphone and then panned it left and right on each sound, so we get a really full sound. And then I've also pushed it through my reel-to-reel tape machine, and that's where we get a lot of the noise and the grit from. And then layered with everything else. We get the high-end and the nice recording of the microphones, and we get the grit from the tape machine. I've also put it through the tape machine on a different speed, and then I've slowed it down, and then I've fit it to match the tempo, so we get a low octave of the sound as well. Just laying it all the way in the background. On all of these, I have some minor EQ stuff, and then one of my new favorite plugins of all time is called Brush Free. It's used for taking out noise in sounds. If you can take a listen here to one of the guitar recordings. This is with the brush free, and then if I take it off, you can hear there's a lot of noise that's introduced that's not very pleasant. But we can take it out with the brush free. It works like magic. The way you do it is you take a section of the recording where you can hear the noise and don't hear the instrument, and then you hold down the learn button while that's playing, and then it has some sort of AI doing some magic to the sound. Works like magic. So I've been using that a lot when I have a lot of noise, especially when I've used my tape machine, because that can get very noisy. It's already kind of noisy with it, a nice kind of noisy, but without it, extremely noisy. So yeah, that's the guitar, acoustic guitar. And then the last bit of harmonic instrument is this lead guitar, which is my electric guitar, my usual electric guitar chain, some EQ and some compression. And then we have from Arturia doing some wobbly stuff, making it a little bit wider as well. And then we have some more compression, CLA 3A from Waves, doing some compression. doing a lot of compression actually. And then we have a delay, ping pong delay. Then we have a reverb, and at the end some more EQ. So kind of standard stuff, a lot of compression, some EQ, and a reverb at the end. So that's all the harmonic elements of the track. Sounding very nice, I think. To the drums and the bass. Not a lot of stuff going on actually. We have a very simple kick. Let's hear it with the instruments. I don't even think I've added anything to it, no. And then for the snares, I'll add a couple different snares. The first one sounds like this, and then the other one sounds like this, and then together they sound like this. Nice. Then with the kick. Yeah. And then we have a little perk, which acts like some kind of hi-hat. I actually don't have a hi-hat in this track, surprisingly. But I don't think the track needs it, actually. For the bass, there's not a lot of stuff going on. It's a Mondo Loops bass from one of his packs. I don't remember which one, sorry. Just playing the root notes and being very subby. I also have the one knob fatter on it to make it even more subby. So very simple drum stuff actually. In the effect stuff, I have a marketplace ambience going on. Then I have some birds. And then for the transition, I have this swooshy sound with a reverb called Cloud Seed on it, being fully wet, just to really flush it out. I've also grouped all the instruments together, and then I've put on a fresh air to introduce some more high end to the sound. This is with it, and when I take it off, it's kind of dull. Still sounds good, but I want it to be a little more exciting, so I added the fresh air to really bring out some of the high end. Then I also have a compressor doing a very heavy sidechain. This is without it. Still sounds nice, but with the sidechain, you really get that pumping feeling I really like. I also have the sidechain on the bass, so that ducks out of the way when the kick hits. In the middle section here, I introduced the drums again, but I have an EQ on it that cuts out almost all of the high end and almost all of the low end. Very tight EQ, and then of course we remove it going into the drop here. Another cool thing I did before the last drop here is I added some kind of stereo imaging plugin, and then right before the drop, as you can see, I turned it on, slowly making it more and more mono, narrow it again, so when the drop hits, it opens up again. I think that sounds really, really cool. This one is also 9 imager. Kind of expensive, but you can get a lot of different imaging plugins. Some for free, I think. I don't have any particular in mind, but as long as it can make the sound mono, slowly, more and more mono, and then bring it up again. I think that sounds really cool. So yeah, that's it for this track. I hope you learned something new from this breakdown. This is a track that's coming out in a couple of months on a project I don't know if I can talk about. Exciting stuff. Where I have two tracks on. This is one of them. So yeah, if you learned something new, leave a like, leave a comment if you want to see something else from me. Also, remember to subscribe. We need to hit that 500 subscribers so we can do that little giveaway I have planned. And yeah, as always, remember, someday things will get better. See you guys.